Hello, it's the Wednesday update. So I wanted to just quickly walk you through the current build. But let me start just by showing you how to drop this new build onto your iPad. So what you're looking at on screen here is iTunes. I've actually taken the IPA, the binary that I've sent to you, and just dropped it on my desktop. So I'm now going to drag and drop that onto the screen into the apps folder, and you'll see there that it's now in memory in iTunes. If you look in the top right hand corner, I've actually got my iPad connected by USB to my laptop. So I'm going to click on iPad, I'm going to click on apps, make that window a little bigger, and I'm just going to click here. Now I've actually got an old version on the device, which I think you've got, Karen. So what I'm going to do is just select remove. So, and then in the bottom corner, let's move this up a little bit, make sure you can see this, just click apply, and you'll actually see in the top that it's now removing the old version of the application. Okay, it's done. You'll now see in this window here it says install, so it's looking to install the new version of the application. Again, click the button, click apply, and we'll be pushing the application to the device itself. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do next is, and I think I've done that in the last video, I'm just going to mirror my iPad on my desktop, and when it comes up, I'm just going to move it across. Let's just close that. So what you're looking at here on the screen, I'm just going to make this full screen. Actually, let's not do that. Makes it full screen. Let's just minimize this. Okay, so that's my iPad. I'm just going to scroll across. There's the icon. I'm going to tap the icon, and there is the application. Now we're going to OK that. Okay, so now we've got the login screen for. This is actually to log into our ArcGIS Online account. So I'm just going to type in the username. It's web map solutions. I can never remember where these are on the iPad. Underscore, where are you? Underscore, where are you? Gosh, I can't remember where an underscore is. This is not very good. There's underscore. Okay, underscore. You can tell I'm an Android person. Map Solutions underscore 911, and then the password is 911 .org. I would suggest when Michelle sets it up on your account that you don't use the same combination of letters and numbers. Okay, so what you've got loaded here now are the two web maps that we've actually pushed to ArcGIS Online. So Michelle and I walked through this morning on how to set all this stuff up, but this is on our account. We've got a username, webmap solutions underscore 911, and we've published two web maps there. So we've got the option to select one or the other in this pop-up. We'll select the second one, we'll load the map, and there is the interface. Now it's different to the one you last saw. We've got the same data, but there's some changes to here. Plus, I know that you didn't get a chance, Karen, last time to install a new version. So by walking through the steps I just walked through, you'll delete the old one and push the new one out there. Okay, so we've got 4 buttons at the top. One request that you gave us last time, Karen, was to have the ability to bring up that maps widget again and load a different web map. Well, there that is now. Just by tapping the top left hand button, it opens or closes that window, so you can see again, even though you can't see my finger, you can see it open and closing. The next button next to it is a geolocate button. I won't hit that, but that will zoom you to your current location. The next button is the table of contents, which we can turn layers on and off. Again, tapping that closes it, so we've got a consistency there. I'm going to show you let me think about this. This is the add a point option. Now, what just happened in the background there was we actually did add a point at our GPS location, a current location, and just to prove the point, let me go ahead and just zoom back, and you will see, if we get to Utah, should see a highlighted point. So that's actually my location. So if you're in the field, and we can talk about this workflow tomorrow, but if you're in the field and you tap that button, it'll automatically drop a point onto your current location, and it'll also bring up the attributes window on the right hand side there, so or the attribute inspector as it's called. Now that'll actually have all the fields that you can edit, plus it'll have the option to do the call to the server to actually populate those relevant fields there. So we're still building that out, but that's the workflow that we're talking about here. So the attribute inspector is currently on our list of things to do, or rather things that we're working on. So we just included a close button there so we can get rid of that. Now the routing is going to be slightly, this is the same routing widget as I think we showed in the last video, and you can try this out this time round. We've actually taken a default option here to San Diego data. So this actually does a reverse geocode as it's called, and it finds the lat long of one point, lat long of the other, and then routes between them. We're not necessarily going to go this path because we've actually got to do, just one second, sorry, I've got someone talking loudly in the background. Sorry about that. Okay, so this widget is actually using locations to get to route. We're actually going to be using probably XY data or lat long data to route between points. So we probably will change the flow of this one, but I wanted just to put a widget in place so you could see potentially how this would work if we can actually use this approach. So if we hit the Get Directions button, what it's actually doing is calculating that route, and then what's going to happen is it's actually going to zoom to that location in San Diego and then show that route. So once it's done, it comes up. It's rolling off of the window at the moment. The text, as you can see, there's text there, so it's actually rolling outside of the window, which again we don't know if they're necessarily going to use this approach, so we're okay. But you can see what it does. It's actually created that route for you, and that's what we're thinking of that sort of approach is what we're thinking about for the routing as well. So again, we're building this stuff out. We will continue the work, and in the next half an hour or so I will send out a build. Mike, if you've got an iPad and I could get a UDID from you, then that would be really good. But if not, I've got one for Michelle and for Karen, and I'll send those out to you both in the next hour or so. So thanks.